So it's almost been a year since Pokémon Legends original reveal trailer, and it's going to be a full year when we get more news about it. We are for the first time ever going through a full year deprived of news about a Pokemon game. And I'm not complaining. I'm not a hypocrite. I said I would love to have a polished Pokemon game even if it took more time, and I meant it. I love that we have almost no idea what to expect. Surprise is a really good weapon to wield when you're trying to revitalize a 20-year-old IP that has had a really intense battle with quality in these last couple of years. And like I said, we have no information. So there aren't any videos talking about anything about these games. We have no weapons to start theorizing. Or, not even a lot of people farming it for views. The only thing here are fake leaks. Like really lazy fake leaks. Is this what the youth used to call fake and gay back in the day? And that's depressing because it's always part of the lifespan of a game to have videos to farm hype and share with others your excitement for the game. And I have been doing that with my most anticipated games since I have memory. If it was not watching videos or commercials, it was talking with my friend on the phone about the new Gen 5 starters. What? Having an iPhone and shit like that wasn't that normal back there. We did what we could with what we had. And well, I was getting desperate for not finding a video to feed my unhealthy obsession. But then I realized I have a channel. I can make a video where people searching for a hype center can reunite and start chatting one another in the comments. And with me. Come on guys, I need this too. So I'm gonna say my predictions or things I would like to see in the game that are realistic. Because talking about my dream Pokemon game, I've done that before. So let's paint within the lines and start this hype train talking about things I would love to see in Pokémon Legends C. Okay, so last time Pokémon wrote something about a game they were going to release, it became true. For example, everyone thought that the Pokéball throwing will become an official new mechanic in Pokemon games, because, come on, it's beautiful and a no-brainer. But when the reveal of Scarlet and Violet happened, the description said, approach Pokemon to start a battle. And, well, they didn't lie. You can't throw Pokeballs anymore. So, when the description of this game says it's gonna take place within Lumiose City in its entirety, I believe them. I truly believe the whole game is gonna be inside the city. And that sounds fucking delicious. This is something artists will confirm. You always work smarter and come out with your wildest and awesomest ideas when you are limited. If you watch any of the Corridor Crew videos, you can have an endless amount of stories about filmmakers having to solve problems quick or in a way they could save money or simply in a way that it could happen, because CGI wasn't always an answer. And looking how they come up with those amazing solutions is always a fucking adrenaline ride. It's really inspiring seeing artists break what you would think is a roadblock in such imaginative ways. So, having a Pokemon game centered inside a city brings me so much joy. Just imagine, it is the first game where you could be walking in the middle of the city and then a flock of catchable wild Pokemon could just casually fly above you. And you have to catch them, throwing some food for them, or having to catch up with them running. Or you could just be walking and then all of a sudden you hear stuff in the trees and you see branches falling from them and you find Panchams just moving inside the foliage. Or a wild Jigglypuff just casually walking in the middle of the street. Pokemon that could go to their favorite restaurant to ask for a donut. Stuff like that will make the city feel alive. It was one of the promises Scarlet and Violet did and didn't follow through. In the description and the trailers, it made us understand that Pokemon will be everywhere, even in cities. And I mean, they are, but they are no more than a simple background prop. So, this game can actually fulfill this promise and also give us new stuff in the cities, like you could have fights in roof gardens, or in a giant tower where you can see the rest of the block. Imagine using a paraglider like Pokemon going in between buildings and construction sites, and not any construction sites, Pokemon construction sites. We can see Machamps working together with Meowsticks or something like that. There could be cafes where you can personally feed your Pokemon or fish in the rivers that cross the city, or you could be throwing Pokeballs from all the way up a bridge into a park if a wild Pokemon catches your eye. This gives so much flavor to the Pokemon world. It is the first time we can live first person what a city is in Pokémon. Not just a passing by city like in the animes, or the lifeless but pretty views from the past games. No. The world building here can be crazy good. The trailer even shows that there could be like multiple levels inside the city, and I would love to see something in the king of Chongqing. Sorry for the awful pronunciation. If you guys even make fun of my English accent, imagine my Chinese one. So shut up. But Chongqing is a city in China where everything is built in levels. So you may think you are in the first floor, but in reality, you are miles above ground, giving these limitless possibilities for vertical architecture in the game. It gives me vibes of something dystopian. Just look at this train going inside a building. This is something that you will see in a cyberpunk manga, and I think this is something really interesting that the game can adapt, making the city the main character. But okay, that was just one of the things I hope that happens. A rich, beautiful city with a lot of lore and world building. That is fun to go through because you're gonna be there the whole game. But there is a theory that, oh, I hope it becomes true. You see, there are these two games, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door and another little indie game called Tears of the Kingdom. In Mario, there is this mission where you need to accomplish 100 rooms of challenges, each one becoming harder than the last one. It starts with the hardest Goomba in the game, then the hardest Goomba and Koopas, and it goes on and on until you fight a dragon and get a beautiful reward. And this challenge is looming over you from a good part of the game, enticing you to get stronger to go back there and finish it. And I like to have that challenge always in the back of my head. And in Tears of the Kingdom, don't know if you heard of it, well, this game has something called the Depths. There you have a second map that mirrors the overworld map, and it has its own boss battles and ways to traverse through it, etc. And sometimes stuff that you accomplish in the overworld can change the way something behaves in the depths, as well as having some places that are only reachable if you find a specific place in the overworld to access the depths. These two things are always approachable, but you can only beat them if you get stronger. The depths are dangerous and have stronger enemies. The 100 floor challenge is literally the hardest thing in the whole game. Well, Lumiose City is designed around the city of Paris, La Ciudad de la Mort, and this city, being as beautiful as it supposedly is, it has a dark secret underneath, the catacombs of Paris. And oh my god, I will give my left nut to have these things in the game as a secondary map. A place you go to explore, but with the looming threat of stronger Pokémon and trainers. Trainers that if you lose, they take money and items from you. Or Pokémon that are really hard to catch and are super aggressive. They could even damage you at the same time that they damage your Pokémon, giving you this imaginary clock where you need to catch or flee from the Pokémon before your trainer faints. And these catacombs can be maze-like, having us reach certain checkpoints like in Persona 3, where you will need to stop until you explore Lumiose City and find a way to unlock the next path, having you always interacting with both maps to continue through it. And you need a lot of crafting items because once you start to explore them, you can't get out until you reach the checkpoint or you white out. It can be a fun challenge. It can be something like the new, I don't know what they are called, depths in Shining Pearl and the other one, where you run through mines and reach search and exploring areas where cool Pokemon spawn. Something like that, but rather cooler and creepier. And at the end of the catacombs, we can have an Area Zero lookalike, some place where the light reaches, and there could be some legendaries from other regions, or shit like that. I know that I say that I will say things that can actually happen in the game, and maybe this is taking it too far, but I really think the catacombs ain't that crazy of an idea for a game that will happen in its entirety within Lumiose City. Okay, so in the last Legend games, we were someone with the task of capturing Pokemon, learning from them, and showing others how they could be helpful and shit. And here, we are gonna be part of an organization again. So my prediction is that we're gonna be doing tasks all over the city, like, I don't know, if we want to make a new building, going there and fighting Pokemon that don't wanna leave, or fight other citizens for the ownership of those areas, having gym-like battles with a group of people. And also, we can be part of the officials that help keeping the city safe from crime and stuff like that, having always side quests of retrieving stuff from bad guys or helping people protect their Pokemon and shit. I think that one is the easiest possible prediction, but that's the thing, we don't know how the city is going to operate, and that's one of the things that is keeping me so freaking excited. This is a new page for Pokémon, and the first time we see this going on in the series, and I can't wait. Okay, so I don't want to make this video long. I just wanted to vent a little. I'm excited and I hope that this video helps you get something you are looking for too. But okay, the last thing I'm gonna talk about is the easiest and lowest hanging fruit, new Megas. I don't know about you, but I have some ideas. Of course, I don't know how they are going to implement them in the game, but here are some I would like. Boom! Mega Flygon! Let's get him out of the way. I know we have been crying for this since the release of Auras, but come on, bro needs it. It's such a cool Pokemon that I hate looking at its forgotten corpse. Okay, the next one is a pretty strong Pokemon, so strong that why would I even think about making it stronger? But it's such a cool opportunity that just letting X-Slash out of the loop is criminal. This is such a cool Pokemon. It won me over in the second I played Pokemon X and Y, that I needed my love to expand in a new Mega. Of course, all of this art is just gonna be quick concepts. I will actually have to give myself weeks to come up with designs that I'm satisfied. After all, design it's a hard job, and designing upon perfection is a really godless work. Of course, for some of them, I had a little clearer idea, but some of them, I just worked the rough lines. Okay, so this gen was the gen where we got the fairy types, amazing typing. I love it, I love the color, and the game gave us these two funny looking fairies, giving us the aura of being something magical. Yeah, that's a cotton candy, but what the fuck is that? It's kind of an eldritch horror fused with a slaying bird. Yeah, slay. So I think these two guys need a glow up in a Mega. Yeah, the two of them, they deserve it. They need it. I love them. Maybe this guy can turn into a cupcake now and become fire typing too. And this one just embrace the eldritch horror angel inspired it's supposed to be, I don't know. And it can become fairy flying or just keep the fairy and give it amazing bulk stats and abilities. I mean, levitate can be okay. Kudra is my favorite Pokemon. So we're gonna leave it as it is. Just love the goddamn booger guy. It's lovely. These two Pokemon, I love them too, and I think they need the extra power. Boom! Mega Heliolisk and Mega Dragalge. Dragalge? Man, I don't know. I just make videos about Pokemon. Yep, these Pokemons are so fucking sick that I think they need to shine. Be more viable in team comps and competitive play. So why not give them some extra hump? Dragalge would just be stronger and maybe have a new poison signature move. And Heliolisk always had the ability Solar Power because it's a lizard that bathes in the sun, just like my lizard. We know them here as Pogonas. Well, these Pogonas have a good synergy with the sun, so why not make it a fire electric type that is just a glass cannon, super strong in the special department, okay in the physical one, but with a large amount of options in that department. I just think these guys are cool and need more love. And well, I don't wanna keep boring you with Megas, that's not the point, just me saying what I want. I want this video to be a place where all of you can talk to one another about this game, say what you think about it, hype yourselves up. This is the first time we have the time to theorize and predict without the nasty restrictions of a trailer and leaks. Just do it, have fun. I'm excited, and within a month we will have some answers and we will be back in this channel talking about it, because that's how we keep a healthy community, not leaking everything or doing whatever the fuck Snyder fans are doing with the new Superman trailer. We need to keep hyping one another up. We need to talk about things we like in a healthy manner, because it's freaking fun. I said what I want, and of course I want the game to surprise me. That's what excites me. When Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, I had no money for it, and a friend kindly sent me some money so I can enjoy the game with him, and I enjoyed it. But sadly, it was something that started the downfall of Pokemon for me. I really thought Pokemon couldn't evolve for the good of its own franchise. I was starting to drift away from the series that I loved ever since I wore diapers. But when I told my friend I'ma give Pokemon one last opportunity, Legends Arceus came out. A game that surprised me with the freedom it gave the players, the new and unapologetic art style, even though they had no freaking time and it wasn't polished enough. The way each day we discovered new things, how you could go on top of the main building, how you could have all your team out with you, or how size made each encounter different, and how it was perceivable in the overworld. This game just surprised me and showed me that Pokemon can indeed do what it needs to evolve. Scarlet and Violet were games that took one step forward but two back, and it made me really fucking sad. I didn't buy the DLC for neither of those two games. They weren't appealing to me at all. More of the same mediocre experience. But this game can surprise me again, and it already kinda did, giving us this silent year of preparation. This game can be something huge, and what I really think, in reality, like real talk now, is that it's not going to be as big as I want. It's not gonna have all the changes I would love in the Pokemon formula. That is just the truth. But that doesn't mean it can be the new best Pokemon game. It doesn't mean it can't take me places I didn't think were possible, just like Legends Arceus did. It doesn't mean it can be a step on the right direction again. So I'm really fucking hyped. It can expand on the crafting system or the boss fights that were a really well received surprise. It can be a step up visually. Okay, so when the Tera leak happened and everyone was snooping to see if they could find something new about the new gens or this game, well, I didn't give a shit. I don't want to spoil myself. I want to be surprised, and the fact that Pokemon went silent for a year means they want to surprise us too. So the true Giga Chats were only interested in the beta sprites, and there was something really surprising in there too. You see, leaks happen for each Pokemon game in chronological order, and when Legends Arceus' turn came along, the leaks were fun and amazing concept arts, but there was also presentation notes for the pitch of Pokémon Legends. And this director talked like one of us. It talked about the games like I would or I did multiple times in this channel now. He said, with all due respect to the past games in the series, he wanted to widen the appeal of the game, giving it more options for it to evolve and grow. In less words, he finally wanted Pokemon games to get better, to evolve, to stop selling us the same crap with false promises. And well, if that doesn't give you high expectations or at least faith in the team behind Pokémon Legends, I don't know what will. It certainly caught my attention, and I can't wait. But hey, how about you? What do you think this game is going to be like? What are your predictions? And what megas would you like to see? Leave all of those in the comments below. Let's have a conversation because, man, I can't wait.